Alrighty, back again. Microsoft Word 2007, Lesson 3, Helpful Word Features. This is in the green section of your Spiral-Bound notebook. Page 51 is where it starts. And looks like a short lesson, but you'll be able to use some features in Word that's going to help you save some time. Now there's some automatic features that are installed and included in the Microsoft products that can be of help because it will automatically do things for you, hence the word automatic. However, at times they can be a little hindering if it's not what you want to do. So if you ever, and this isn't in the book, so listen up, if you ever experience an automatic feature that you don't want, if you immediately undo after it does its automation, it'll go back to where what you had typed instead of changing it automatically. Now there's a few of the automatic features, and so you're going to want to become familiar. The two that we're learning in this lesson is actually there's three: autocomplete, autocorrect, and auto format as you type. So make sure you know the difference between those three. Autocorrect occurs after you press the space bar or the enter key. So after you read step 1 on step-by-step 3.1, it obviously, step 1 from now on pretty much tells you what to save it as. So if you haven't saved it by the end of your lesson, you missed a step. And for extra credit, I'd like you to send me a message telling me what you're supposed to do instead of, because this one says save the document as driving school memo followed by your initials. So what are you supposed to do instead of typing in your initials and your file name? Send me a haiku message and I'll give you 5 extra credit points for that. Step 2 wants you to start right here. We're going to press the space bar. I'm going to type the word if. Now after a period, what are you supposed to do? Capitalize it. There are times when we're in a rush or we don't quite hold that shift key down, and so we forget to capitalize. But watch what happens after I press the space bar. It capitalizes it for us. That's an autocorrect feature. Step 3, if I type what it tells me to type there. Did you see that? It wanted you and it changed my I capitalized. Now I misspelled this word. Watch what happens when I press spacebar. Some words it will automatically fix for you if it can recognize them, and there's no other word potentially it could be. Step 4. Oops. Okay, and notice it says be sure to type the period because the period is bolded. You need to watch that punctuation. Sometimes we're putting in commas where we're not supposed to. It's just a comma making that step grammatically correct. It doesn't mean you're supposed to type it, but in this case, the period is bolded. Okay, so now we're going to do something that's kind of cool, I think anyway. If you go to step 5 here and here, make sure you're reading your book, don't just follow the video. And over here we want this option. And then step 7, we want this box right here. And in this box, type your 3 initials, your first, middle, and last. Don't type what I'm typing because these are obviously my initials. Oh, I can't even type my own name. There we go. All right, and then step 9, we're going to click this. By the way, between here and here, the way I moved, it tells you what key to press in step 8. So let me do that again. I went to Microsoft I went here, hang on. I went here, 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 and here. When I typed this, now I'm in step 8. I pressed a key on my keyboard to move over. Make sure you know what key that is. Okay, step 9. I'm going to click this button here. And now you can see my entry in our list. And yours will be in a different place because it alphabetizes it. So we're going to click OK and OK. And we're going to select this name here. And you're going to type your 3 initials. So I'm typing mine. And remember, autocorrect features don't happen until you press the space bar or the enter key. So I'm going to press my space bar. Look at that. Is that pretty cool? Because there's if you're working for someone where you're frequently typing something rather than having to type the same thing over and over and over and over again, you can actually do this where it'll plug the whole thing in for you quickly. Okay, now I want you to pay very close attention to the next few steps because I'm changing what the book is telling you to do. So listen closely. We are going to do what it says in step 12, which is if I hover over my name, see this little blue box that appears? If I go closer to that blue box, we get autocorrect options menu. We're going to drop that down like the book says. Step 14, I am going to choose this. And then notice we're in the same place that we were when we went to this button and went into Word Options, right? So it tells you to scroll down until you see your initials. So remember, you have to remember what your first letter is because it's alphabetical. And you can use the down arrow to go one by one. You could actually click in this space and it goes screen by screen. If it's quite a ways down, you can actually grab the scroll bar and drag it down. I went too far. There I am. Okay, now it says to click on your initials. Do not do what it says in step 16. Do not delete your entry. I want it left in there. I want to be able to, when we come over to check you for your work on this one, we're actually going to have you demonstrate it for us so I know you know how to do that. So 17, you can just click OK and get out and then call someone over to check you out. Hopefully you enjoyed that lesson and you're ready to get checked off and move on to 3.2. Good job.